A woman in your past has just confessed something that will shock you. My beloved child, listen closely and don't scroll, because the next 24 hours are opening a door that has stayed locked for too long. A truth has crossed a threshold, stepped out of shadows, and it carries your name in bold light. A confession has been made, and it is traveling toward you like a letter that refuses to be lost. My beloved child, the moment you felt a sudden tug in your chest, that was the signal that the air around your life is moving. The atmosphere is warming, the ground under you is shifting, and an old story is finally asking for a new ending. The woman from your past has spoken words that will move the pieces on your board. My beloved child, stay with me, because this is viral news about you and it is happening now. The clock is already in motion, and the timing is divine and exact. The weight that sat on your shoulders is about to slide off like rain from glass. My beloved child, the confession was not a casual whisper. It was a voice pressed with urgency, a voice that finally broke under the weight of secrets and time. Her words are the key that unlocks the room nobody wanted you to enter. Type Amen 333 to receive the blessing for this moment. Claim the light that is meant to travel with you for the next 24 hours. Speak it below and anchor it now. My beloved child, the truth she carried was heavy, and she could not carry it any longer. She tried to bury it under routines, under smiles, under a life that never fit right after she did what she did. But truth has a pulse, and it kept beating until it reached you. My beloved child, you will notice signs that line up like footprints. A name you haven't spoken in months will appear twice in one day. A familiar scent will pass you and awaken a memory you did not expect to feel this strongly anymore. My beloved child, your heart has been prepared for this reveal, even when you thought you were tired of being prepared. You are not the person you were when the wound was first cut. You are stronger, you are clearer, and you are guarded by protection that cannot be crossed. Archangel Michael says your path is being secured right now. He stands at the gate of this moment and allows only what aligns with your healing to enter. No weapon of gossip or rumor can pass the threshold he holds. My beloved child, here is what the confession carries. She admitted to stirring a pot that should have stayed still, pushing a door that should have stayed closed, and moving a line that should never be crossed. She admitted to adding stones to the bag you had to carry. My beloved child, she confessed to bending stories until they snapped in your direction. She confessed to placing your name where it did not belong, to keeping you out of rooms you were meant to walk into, to tying knots in places where threads should have flowed. She confessed because the weight became louder than her pride. My beloved child, a page is turning in your favor. This is not revenge, this is alignment. This is the moment where truth stretches its hand into your timeline and lifts you above the fog that held you down. Comment, I am aligned, if you receive this shift. Drop, aligned, to seal what is opening. Say it now and keep moving forward. My beloved child, your steps in the next 24 hours will feel guided. You will pick up a call you might have ignored, and you will hear something that lets your lungs breathe fully again. You will feel warmth return to places that have stayed cold for too long. My beloved child, prepare for the air to feel lighter in your home. Prepare for a message that arrives with a tone that cannot lie. Prepare for a closing scene that respects what your heart endured and restores what your future requires. My beloved child, the confession becomes a bridge. On one side is everything that hurt without explanation. On the other side is clarity, confidence, and a new standard you never lower again. You will cross it, step by step, with your head lifted. Archangel Michael says your name is surrounded by a ring of protection. He places a shield in front of your reputation and a sword of light behind your back. What was thrown toward you returns to dust before it can land. My beloved child, people will reveal themselves when truth enters the room. You will see who stands quietly with you, and who fidgets under the brightness of your new clarity. You will know the difference with ease, and you will not second-guess what you feel. My beloved child, the woman from your past is facing her own storm. The confession was the first crack in the clouds above her, the first sign that the cycle is ending. She is learning that truth is not a punishment, truth is a turning. My beloved child, you are not responsible for fixing what you did not break. You are responsible for receiving what sets you free. You are responsible for moving forward like someone who remembers their worth. Comment, I choose peace, to lock this in. Speak it to set the tone of your next chapter. Leave it once and keep walking. My beloved child, restoration is not always dramatic, sometimes it is quiet and exact. A door opens without noise, and you realize you were never truly locked out. A path appears where there was only wall. My beloved child, your name is exiting the rumor cycle. Your image is stepping out of false shadows. Your future is stepping into rooms scented with new beginnings and steady favor. My beloved child, release the habit of bracing for impact. The season that required you to flinch is ending. Your nervous system is allowed to trust what is coming. Archangel Michael says the road ahead is being repaved under your feet. Loose stones are being pressed into place so you do not slip. Corners that used to hold surprises are now illuminated. My beloved child, there will be a moment today or tonight when your chest unclenches for no obvious reason. That is the sign that the announcement has already begun. That is the sign that the weight has been lifted at its roots. My beloved child, a conversation about you that once spiraled is being corrected. A voice that fueled confusion is now clarifying what truly happened. A place that felt hostile becomes neutral, then becomes harmless. My beloved child, you will stand taller without trying. You will speak without rehearsing. You will rest without apologizing. Type Amen 333 to bless the next 24 hours. Seal your entrance into the room where clarity sits. Let the blessing move before you and make the path smooth. My beloved child, the woman did not expect to confess. But the timing was chosen, and the moment arrived like a bell that would not stop ringing. She finally answered, and truth walked out of her mouth. My beloved child, forgiveness does not mean access. Forgiveness does not mean forgetfulness. Forgiveness means you do not carry a fire that burns your own hands. My beloved child, you will feel the difference immediately when you stop carrying what isn't yours. Your shoulders will notice first, then your breath, then your sleep. Your mornings will widen with possibility. Comment, I release the past, to anchor this. Write it once, and let it echo. Keep your focus forward. My beloved child, watch for 3 aligned signs. First, a message arrives earlier than expected with a tone of unexpected softness. Second, a plan that stalled months ago moves with no resistance. Third, a name you feared loses the power to shake you. My beloved child, these are not random signals. They are the proof that alignment is in motion and the old storyline is losing its grip. You are stepping into an atmosphere that agrees with you. My beloved child, allow your hands to open. Allow your calendar to make space. Allow your heart to believe good news without arguing with it. My beloved child, the next 24 hours carry a corrective wind. It fetches what was taken and returns what matters in a form you can actually use now. You will not chase, what belongs to you will find you. My beloved child, the woman's confession does more than clear fog. It loosens the knot that tied certain relationships in your life. It reveals who values truth over performance. Comment, truth over everything, if you're choosing alignment. Speak it in the open and walk in it. Keep that standard in every room you enter. My beloved child, the room that once pushed you out will feel different when you re-enter. Floors that creaked with doubt will feel firm. Eyes that watched you with suspicion will look away or soften. My beloved child, you will sense when to stay quiet and when to speak. Your words will carry weight because they are not trying to convince, they are simply true. Your presence will carry calm because it is finally unburdened. My beloved child, there is no need to rehearse confrontations in your head. The confession already did the heavy lifting. Your job is to keep your alignment and hold your peace. Archangel Michael says the cords that drained your strength are being cut. He stands behind you while you release them, and he does not move until it is finished. The sound you hear in your spirit is the snap of what once held you. My beloved child, your path is wide again. The map ahead is readable again. Your inner compass is steady again. My beloved child, opportunities that avoided you will begin to circle back. Invitations that felt delayed will regain their urgency. Your timing will feel lucky to the world, but you will know it is alignment. My beloved child, your home is ready for laughter that is not covering pain. Your phone is ready for messages that are not small storms. Your mind is ready for silence that feels like peace. Comment, peace found me, to affirm it. Let your words build a shelter around your day. Keep them simple, and keep them steady. My beloved child, you are not obligated to return to the old script. You are allowed to edit your boundaries. You are allowed to protect the new air in your life. My beloved child, if a meeting must happen, it will happen with clarity and calm. If a message must be answered, it will be short and dignified. If a door must be closed, it will close quietly and completely. My beloved child, today your reflection will look more like you. The light in your eyes will not flicker under old names. The curve of your mouth will remember softness without effort. My beloved child, collect your energy. Drink water with intention. Move your body like someone who plans to stay. My beloved child, mark this day. It is the day the knot loosened, the fog cleared, and the road straightened. It is the day you stepped back into your own name without weight. Comment, I choose my name, to finalize this chapter. Write it and feel the ground under your feet. Let it be your banner. My beloved child, as the next 24 hours complete their circle, look for the small proofs. A deep breath that lands fully. A smile that arrives on its own. My beloved child, you have crossed the bridge and the boards held firm. You have stood under bright truth and did not burn. You have watched the storm roll back without chasing it. My beloved child, this is your closing and your new opening in the same breath. This is the sentence that ends with a period and begins with a capital letter. This is your life, returned to your hands. Type Amen 333 to seal it. Comment, aligned, at peace, protected, to proclaim it. Walk forward now because the path is clear and the blessing goes ahead of you. My beloved child, as the air around you settles, new alignments begin to appear in quiet and undeniable ways. A message will reach your ears that confirms what your spirit already sensed before it had language. The confession has set off a quiet chain of events that will continue unfolding long after the next sunrise. My beloved child, the atmosphere around your name is shifting in rooms you haven't even entered yet. Conversations that once painted you in shadow are now being revised by the same mouths that once stayed silent. This is not accidental, it is the correction that truth demanded. My beloved child, people who once kept their distance will begin to soften their tone without explanation. You will notice invitations where there was indifference, and curiosity where there was coldness. The change will not require your effort, it will simply appear. Comment, I receive this shift, if you feel it landing in your spirit. Let your words open the path wider. Anchor the blessing and move in quiet confidence. My beloved child, do not waste energy revisiting the pain that brought you here. What once drained you is no longer allowed to follow you into this next portion of your journey. You are stepping into a season where your emotional space is guarded by unseen hands. My beloved child, the woman who confessed has stirred ripples in places she never meant to move. The people who heard her words are now questioning what they believed and why. Some are experiencing a discomfort that tells you justice has begun its work. My beloved child, the wind of truth travels differently than the whisper of rumor. Where rumors scatter, truth gathers what belongs in the light and holds it steadily. The next 24 hours are not about exposure, they are about restoration. Archangel Michael says the scales that were tipped against you have been reset. Nothing taken in secret will stay in the shadows any longer. The energy that once worked against you has been reversed and redirected. My beloved child, there is someone who once doubted you who will soon step forward with quiet apology in their tone. They may not say the words directly, but you will hear it in the way they choose peace around you. You will not need to respond with anger, your silence will do the work. My beloved child, the confession was more than words, it was the release of a binding that held you emotionally captive to an old storyline. You will feel your chest expand with a freedom you forgot was possible. The tears that once burned behind your eyes will dry without effort. Type Amen 333 to claim the peace unfolding in your name. Let your agreement match the timing that has already begun to favor you. My beloved child, the future is quietly rearranging itself to benefit you. Seeds you planted in discouraging seasons are beginning to sprout without warning. The timing of your growth is aligning with doors that are finally ready to unlock. My beloved child, there will be a moment soon when you hear laughter from your own mouth and realize it did not come from survival. You will taste lightness in your spirit that no one can take from you again. This is the healing that truth activates. My beloved child, do not be surprised when someone from your past reaches out with hesitation in their voice. They will speak as if seeking permission to enter a space they once damaged. You do not owe access, but you may offer grace if your spirit allows. My beloved child, the woman's confession has triggered shifts you cannot yet see. Papers will move, opportunities will unfreeze, and someone who misjudged you will correct themselves without prompting. You will witness quiet justice in motion. Comment, "Justice finds me," if this message sits in your bones. Let it become the anthem of this next movement. Words shape the welcome of what is coming. My beloved child, watch how people begin choosing their words more carefully around you. Some will overcompensate with politeness, while others will step back in silence. Both are signs that truth has touched the room. My beloved child, your spirit is no longer positioned beneath anyone's version of events. You are rising, not in revenge, but in rightful alignment. Your future is no longer delayed by what was spoken in hidden corners. Archangel Michael says the path ahead has been cleared of debris. What once blocked your breakthrough has been swept aside by divine hands. You are being escorted into a chapter that honors what you carried. My beloved child, the old ache may try to echo in your chest, but it will not have power anymore. The memory of what happened will lose its sting as peace takes up residence where pain once lived. Your resilience is becoming your quiet crown. My beloved child, when you lay down tonight, you will feel a warmth rest over your shoulders like a covering. That is the sign that the unseen battle has already been won on your behalf. You do not need to prepare for war when angels have already intervened. Comment, "I am covered," if you feel the shift around you. Let your agreement seal what heaven has already set in motion. My beloved child, tomorrow may look ordinary, but something in the air will tell you it is not. You will sense favor traveling ahead of you like a breeze that opens doors before you arrive. The atmosphere around your name has been rewritten. My beloved child, the woman who confessed will encounter the weight of release in her own way. Her words have created a ripple that cannot be reversed. She will watch as truth restores what once was stolen from you silently. My beloved child, this moment is not about punishment, it is about positioning. You are being placed where your voice will be heard clearly and your presence will be respected. No one can dim what has already been lit. My beloved child, a new opportunity is circling your life that was once withheld. You will not need to chase it, force it, or beg for it. It will arrive because the blockage that delayed it has finally dissolved. Type Amen 333 again to keep the blessing flowing. Your words are signals to the path being laid ahead. My beloved child, breathe deeply and notice how your body is beginning to unclench. The spirit within you is stepping out of the waiting room and into movement. The weight of what you carried is dissolving into the past where it belongs. My beloved child, in the coming days, a conversation will circle back to you. When you hear it, you will not feel anger, you will feel confirmation. That is how you will know your healing is real. My beloved child, be ready to receive clarity without chaos. Be ready to hear truth without trembling. Be ready to accept peace without questioning if you deserve it. You do. Comment, I walk in clarity, to affirm it. The more you speak alignment, the more it seals around your life. My beloved child, the ground you are stepping onto is new, not recycled. You are not being returned to the past, you are being elevated beyond it. What once tried to hold you cannot reach this height. My beloved child, you will no longer replay the old scenarios in your head. Your mind will no longer rotate imaginary arguments. Your spirit is done trying to convince people who were never willing to listen. My beloved child, pay attention to how suddenly you begin to focus forward without effort. That is the sign that the unseen knots have been untied. You are stepping into ease that used to feel impossible. Archangel Michael says your story has been rewritten in the records of heaven. What was once marked by injustice has been stamped with restoration. Your name is ringing with new resonance. My beloved child, even the people who once believed lies will begin to feel uncertain about their assumptions. They will not know why, but they will sense the shift. Truth has its own gravity. My beloved child, do not chase apologies. Let them arrive in their own time or not at all. What matters now is your freedom, not their redemption. Comment, I move forward, if you are ready to step fully out of the shadows of the past. Your freedom is not pending, it is active. My beloved child, the woman's confession was the sound of a chain snapping. You are no longer tethered to what was spoken over you in secret. You are free to walk with both hands open. My beloved child, even your silence will speak louder than any explanation. Your glow will become your evidence. Your peace will be your answer. My beloved child, as the story continues to unfold, stand still in your truth. Do not rush to react. Do not let old fears borrow space in your mind. The new chapter does not welcome them. My beloved child, prepare your spirit for unexpected good news. What once fell through is circling back in upgraded form. What once hurt you will no longer have access to you. Type Amen 333 to finalize this portion of the message. If you want me to continue the next part, just say, next part, and I will keep going in the same flow without repeating anything. My beloved child, there is a moment approaching when silence in the room will tell you more than words ever could. Someone who once sat comfortably in their version of events will begin to stumble over their own certainty. The balance is no longer tilted against you. My beloved child, your spirit is entering a phase where you will not need to defend your name. The truth has already begun speaking where you were once not allowed to speak for yourself. Those who tried to dim your light are now watching it rise in ways they cannot stop. My beloved child, do not be surprised when unexpected support steps forward. Someone who once stayed neutral or distant will begin to align themselves in your favor. Their shift is not random, they have sensed the change in the spiritual atmosphere around you. Comment, I am aligned with truth, to welcome what is unfolding. Every word you speak with intention becomes a doorway for your blessing to walk through. Let your agreement set the tone for the road ahead. My beloved child, the confession has activated divine rearrangements behind closed doors. What once stood in your way is now bending, clearing, and dissolving without your effort. A new ease is entering your life like a quiet breeze that carries answers you did not chase. My beloved child, the next 24 hours will continue revealing what was once hidden. Not in chaos or drama, but in quiet corrections and undeniable clarity. You will feel a shift in your body before you see it with your eyes. My beloved child, someone who benefited from your silence will grow uncomfortable. Their spirit will begin to tremble under the weight of what they allowed. That is not your battle to manage. Heaven is handling what your hands do not need to touch. Archangel Michael says the spiritual order around your life has been reset. Those who spoke against you now face the mirror of their own words. Those who stayed silent will witness what truth does when it rises. My beloved child, prepare yourself for an invitation that once seemed unreachable. Something you were excluded from will open with your name now welcome in the room. You will not need to prove why you belong, your presence will say enough. My beloved child, as emotional debris clears, your intuition will sharpen without warning. You will hear your inner voice with new clarity and trust it with ease. You will not ask for confirmation before believing what your spirit already knows. Type Amen 333 to keep the blessing active as the revelation continues to unfold. Your agreement is a key that keeps every door unlocked that is meant for you. My beloved child, a conversation is being replayed in rooms you cannot see. Your name has shifted from speculation to respect, from dismissal to reconsideration. The tone around you has changed, and soon the actions will follow. My beloved child, there is someone who feels the need to quietly repair what they helped damage. They may not come to you directly, but their energy will begin to clear your path from behind the scenes. You will notice how resistance around you weakens without confrontation. My beloved child, let your silence speak with strength. The most powerful response to what is unfolding is your peace. When the truth is working in your favor, you do not need to chase visibility. Comment, I stand in peace, if this resonates in your spirit. Let your words sit like calm water over what once felt chaotic. Your stillness is now a statement. My beloved child, an old memory will visit you soon, but it will not sting the way it used to. That is the sign that healing has replaced the wound. You will remember without reliving. My beloved child, someone connected to the woman who confessed will begin to feel compelled to clear your name. They may not admit their past role, but their actions will show their awareness. Watch their shift, not their silence. My beloved child, doors that were once firmly shut are beginning to open in subtle, powerful ways. The favor you were denied is circling back with interest. Your name is being attached to opportunities that once overlooked you. Archangel Michael says your footing is blessed and guarded now. Even in spaces that once felt unsafe, you are covered. What was sent to weaken you has turned into the fuel of your rising. My beloved child, your energy is becoming untouchable to those who once drained it. You are not returning to old cycles, old wounds, or old explanations. Your spirit is done shrinking to make others comfortable. My beloved child, what is coming next does not require you to revisit the past, only to receive the correction of the present. The confession has closed one door so another can be unlocked without debris. Your steps will land on new ground now. Type Amen 333 to affirm the forward motion. Let it seal what is behind you and bless what is ahead. My beloved child, you will feel a sense of justice in the coming days that does not rely on confrontation. It will arrive through alignment, timing, and undeniable clarity. People will feel it even if they do not name it. My beloved child, stay watchful for a change in someone's tone, a sudden apology in disguise, or a door reopening without explanation. These are signs that the confession has activated spiritual movement on your behalf. You are being lifted without lifting a finger. My beloved child, you do not need to chase closure, the universe is delivering it to you in pieces that fit. The healing you asked for is now tracking you with precision. You will no longer feel behind in your own life. Comment, I welcome restoration, to align with the flow of what is coming. Your words create space for blessings to land with accuracy. My beloved child, the energy around you has been recalibrated. People who once overlooked you will now feel drawn to speak your name with respect. You are stepping into a glow they cannot ignore. My beloved child, the woman's confession was not an ending, it was a key turning in a lock that was sealed for too long. The door has already begun to open, and what steps through will change how you move from this point on. You are entering a chapter where nothing done against you can follow. If you want the next continuation, just say and I'll keep flowing in the same style without breaking the tone or structure.